I didn't get a single piece of gear this whole run, Blizzard. What's happening? What's happening? Again, if you guys are new here, my name's Ethan. Make sure to check my website, ethanwrenn.com. From there you can find links to all my various socials. We are currently live on YouTube, Twitch, and the front page of my website. Make sure to go check that out. It's pretty cool. I also have some merchandise on there, a blog. You can read the blog post there. Join my Discord if you want to get a hold of me. I'm basically in there 24/7, 7 days a week. So make sure to check that out. And thank you guys for stopping by. I'm starting to learn that Blizzard has absolutely killed my spec. Balance, not doing well. Let's see if I can switch to desktop without completely destroying things. That might work. Okay, so I was able to pull up this website. It's on Wowhead, basically this web page here. It says Mythic Plus DPS rankings for Dragonflight Season 1. A little bit of disclaimers about the author here. So let's see what they have. Let's see what they have. In the number one spot right now, we currently have Havoc, Demon Hunter, Outlaw, Rogue, and then we have Windwalker, Monk. Pretty solid, pretty solid. It's kind of rare that you see a Demon Hunter performing so well at all on any tier list, you know. Rogues, on the other hand, do tend to perform pretty well regardless of the expansion, but Outlaw I don't think is typically the spec that you see ranking as high as this. Typically you'd see Subtlety, which is they have in 5th here, which makes sense. I think Outlaw was reworked heavy, so that's kind of interesting to see that. Demonology Warlocks, no surprise. We've been seeing these Demonology Warlocks doing 5 times the DPS of any other spec in our dungeon queues. It's been crazy. Under that we have Enhancement Shaman and then Feral Druid. Now, I've played Druid for a very long time in Legion. I was Feral main off tank. In Shadowlands, I was mainly balanced because they were going crazy in Shadowlands. But let's see where they have balanced Druid for Dragonflight here. All the way in 21st place, dude. Blizzard, my spec, Blizzard. What happened? So right now, then we have Ret Paladin, Fury Warrior, Unholy Death Knight, Frost Mage. Hunters have always kind of been middle of the pack, but if you look at it, typically Marksman Hunter is the best Hunter spec. And like, if you go back for like the past 4 expansions, it's like the Hunter spec, really. But right now they have it in the last place, which is crazy. Typically you see them like right in the middle. It's almost like Blizzard will balance the game around Hunters. If you look for Beast Mastery, it's right here. I personally like the Beast Mastery spec more. I think it's very easy to play. It has like 3 or 4 buttons, and you get to use your exotic pets, which you go and collect, like rare farming. I love all that. I have almost all of them. Maybe I'll show you guys one day. So that's kind of cool to see Beast Mastery actually be more viable than its other 2 specs. Let's scroll down and see what they did to Druids here. Honestly, I might switch back to Feral. I probably will soon. It's just if I'm going to do it right now on stream, or if I'm going to do it later on my own time. Feral, let's see. They have like little explanations, so make sure to go to this website if you guys are interested about reading about your spec. So Feral Druid's damage is really good on AoE. They do not require any catering to when setting up pulls. They do not... they're not cooldown reliant. Makes sense. They do consistent high damage on AoEs, and you may see at times Feral can compete for the #1 spot in DPS. On top of that, Mark of the Wild, Nature's Vigil is very strong. The downside of Feral is defensive. In a normal season, you would expect Survival Instinct, Barkskin, Predatory Swiftness, Healing to be enough for one spec to have good survivability. However, this season, the power creep on survivability and the amount of damage some of these mobs do is very high, and the only other real downside is single target damage of Feral is a bit lower than other specs. This puts Feral survivability a bit lower than a lot of other S tier specs. but it's still very strong. Okay. Now let's see what they did to balance here. Utility-wise, Balanced Druid is one of the best DPS specs in the game, which consistently keeps a higher tier due to bringing Force of Nature, Typhoon, Vortex, Roar, Solar Beam. Very versatile class. This is why I've always really liked playing the Druid. From their knockbacks, their heals, their ability to be invisible, their abilities to fly, and it is the most versatile class in the game. Second place would probably be like a Paladin. In Dragonflight, Balanced Druid survivability did not improve as other classes got a lot more tools, thus the survivability of the Moonkin is a bit lower than previous. So bad. The biggest reason it is in the C tier is its damage. On any pack that lives less than 40 seconds, you are going to struggle to get your dots and your starfall is rolling. When your best class scenario is every trash pack consistently dying in 40 seconds to do mediocre AoE, you have fundamental issues with your spec. Oh no. Well, it looks like we might be going feral for Dragonlands. Dragonflight. That's very unfortunate. Oh well. Again, if you guys are new here, make sure to check out my website, eatthewrenn.com. From there, you can find links to all my various socials. We are currently live on YouTube and Twitch. Make sure to follow or subscribe if you'd like to be notified when we go live next. And just for everyone else playing different classes right now, here's the current Dragonflight DPS rankings. Let's get back into it.